look at those speed babies flying across the racetrack. The roar of the engines, the smell of burned rubber. Yes, friend, we are back.
So you ran for an interesting team called 1/4 Lay Racing.
Yeah,
What
well,
does
that's
that
my
mean?
name, right? Quarterly. That's what it stands for.
I just
Quarter of an
noticed
inch,
that.
right? Quarterly.
So that was your own team, huh? In the
Yeah.
Nationwide Series?
So you're talking on my car side or the bike
Yeah.
side? Either way, it was my team. But
Yeah, it was about the Xfinity team, or back then it was the Bush Series. Yeah.
yes, yeah. So that was all my stuff. Yes,
Yeah. Was there a reason why it seemed like you mostly ran the road courses? Were you like a road course ringer?
because that's where I come from. I grew go-karts when I was younger, but we road raced go-karts when I was younger. Um, and we did the Enduro series, which is still road racing. And then when I went motorcycle racing, it was road racing is what I did. I didn't do dirt bikes. I road raced. So that's where I came from. So when you're running a limited schedule, you struggle with setup
Hmm.
and especially different racetrack every week. But because I'm used to road racing and I'm used to all that, and road racing isn't as sensitive as the circle tracks, that it was way easier to go run 4 road races a year than it is to go run 4 circle track races a year, right? Especially if you pick a short track or an intermediate track versus a mile and a half. They're just so much different. Or the speedway race at Daytona that you kind of need to go every week if you want to be competitive, right? And I don't want to go just to drive around. I average third to sixth is where I normally finish, somewhere in there.
Yeah, for sure. You attempted the race at Watkins Glen in 2006, which, for those who don't know, was won by Kevin Harvick in what was one of the very rare races at Watkins Glen, not won by Tony Stewart in that area.
Right.
And you drove for CJM Racing.
Yep.
What were they like?
They were good. I mean, that was good. We had a mini issue, which was basically the sport had been advancing, over the last year or so, which it never stops, but it took some huge steps over the last year. And those guys got to Watkins Glen with a combination that just, we didn't just quite go far enough. And you get limited practice. It's like 1 45-minute practice. So we got out and practice, and the car wasn't going to make the show. And then they got asking me, well, what do you think we need to do? And I'm like, hey, I said it before. We need to change the geometry. That's what's missing, because I know the pieces, right? I've run my own team forever. And I said, but the problem with it is when you do it, it's going to want to travel more, but I can't tell you how much more. So I'm not sure how to adjust for it. I know it's going to be somewhere in this mode, but I can't tell you if we're at the top of the scale or the bottom of the scale, because I don't know where we're starting from. So we made some changes and went out, and we got to the bus stop, and I was probably 28th car to go out and qualify. We made it all the way to the bus stop, and I was green all the way to the bus stop. Right. So we were in the right direction. But then when I got on the brakes to go through the bus stop, it over traveled and it got up on the cross member, and of course then it won't stop. And then it flat spots the tires. And by the time I finished the lap, we were, I think, the first car not to make the show, but we at least had gone in the right direction, right? It didn't help us in the big picture, but it helped us in the small picture, that we were making the right decisions. We just didn't, we needed one more practice session, right? So we didn't make the show, long and short of it.
Oh, wow, baby, look at those speed babies flying across the racetrack. The roar of the engines, the smell of burned rubber.